Well, last night was a bunch ado about nothing. We had thunderstorm warnings, severe weather alert. Gonna get rain, lightning, high winds, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, well, what we wound up with was some thunder, some lightning, a little bit of wind, and hardly any rain at all. Dolly enjoyed it. Dolly's like me. She kind of loves the weather. My last dog, she'd have been wanting to hide in the bathtub. Been trembling like mad. She was a tough dog, but man, she did not like rough weather. Dolly likes to go out in it. I'm like that. I like the lightning and the thunder and the little rain doesn't hurt anything. I've been lucky with Dolly. I picked her up at the Animal Defense League. I had to put my last dog down. She was vicious. She was, just great with me, fantastic with me, but she started attacking the other dogs and she wouldn't be with anybody else. I tried to place her and she couldn't be happy anywhere. And she was dangerous to everybody else. Great with me, dangerous to everybody else. So I went looking, and I looked all over the place. I checked out the dog pounds in Abilene and Midland and San Antonio. Finally walked through one here in San Antonio, and there was this they had her listed as a red lab, which I'm not entirely certain what she is. But she's just a puppy. She was maybe 2 months old, and she was sitting in there in that cage looking all sad. 7 or 8 people walked by her and she just ignored them. I walked by the cage and she came to the front of the cage. Well, that's one of those places where you can actually open the cage and step in. So I opened the cage, stepped inside, and she came over to me, sat down in front of me, like somebody had trained her to do it, which I know they hadn't. She was only, she was a young pup. I think she was 2 months old. But, maybe 3. She wasn't very old. But she sat down in front of me, and I looked down, and she wrapped her front legs around my knee, and just stared up at me like, "Please take me home." So I went in there and I told them I was going to take her out in the yard, and I took her out in the yard. And they said they needed to fix her. So I came down the next day and got her. She's been perfect for me. There is nothing diva about this dog. This dog is about as, she's not diva at all. She just wants to have fun. She is a dog. I've had dogs that thought they were people. Not this one. She's like, "I'm a dog. I'm happy with being a dog. I don't want to be anything but a dog." She's smart as a whip, but she just likes to have fun. I got real lucky with this beast. Only disappointment I have is she's not a water dog. All my other dogs have gotten in the water and just had fun. She walks up to the edge, takes a drink, and she's like, "I'm fine." She doesn't get upset if I throw her in the water. She just swims around for a second and jumps right out and doesn't get upset about being wet, but it's not a big deal to her. So I'm not sure she could be any kind of lab. I think she's more of a pit mix, but she sure is friendly. She's good company. We do live in a beautiful world, don't we, people? What do you think, Doll? Well, I wish you all a good day. Keep smiling. Get out in nature. Get out of the house. Enjoy yourself a little bit. Sit by a pond. Go down somewhere where there's a stream. Take a couple of minutes, sit back and enjoy what this good Lord has given us. Keep smiling.